Oh, jeez. Everybody, Terri.
Hello. Thanks for coming tonight. My presentation isn't really about the slide behind me. It's about an experience I had. It's about how reaching out to help someone in need really ended up saving me. I call it living life outside the bubble. I grew up middle class, Republican, on the northwest side of Grand Rapids. My parents are awesome. They are in the back, and they have just recently celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. I was soon celebrating my 50th birthday. I am the oldest of 3 girls, and I grew up and navigated through life knowing that I was safe, happy, and that I had goals and expectations to meet. I married my best friend from college, and we've been married almost 27 years. Together we have 2 biological sons, Alec, who is 20 and in the back, and Mitch, who is 18. We live a half mile from the house where I grew up, where my parents still live. So some of the words you might use to describe my life thus far: safe, responsible, predictable, maybe even insulated. So, it's taken me my whole life to really understand the true meaning of this word. The little bit of giving back I've done throughout my life, volunteering here, monetary donations there, don't really represent the true meaning of this word. I now know that after my life got shooken up by something, that it isn't about giving. It's not about you. It's about reaching out to help someone in need without expecting anything in return. It's about paying it forward because that's the right thing to do. And it's about moving out of your comfort zone and into the world around you. So what happened to change my life? Well, 3 years ago, I volunteered to be the backstage mom for a high school production of Annie. How did that change my life? Well, it all started with the directors of the show. A young married couple pregnant with their first child, GRPS teachers. They were pulling the show together at Union High School. Anybody ever seen The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Well, for safe and sheltered me, walking backstage was like walking into the Breakfast Club for me. And backstage one day, amidst the chaos, Dan Morgan, the director of the show, said that he and his wife Ella had once vowed to love all children. Okay, simple statement, but it stopped me in my tracks, and I felt a shift in me. And a seed of generosity was planted in me. If the kids were that thankful for me being backstage to help them, what could I do if I really stepped up to the plate and reached out to someone in need? It didn't take long for me to realize that the girl playing Annie was that someone in need for me. As I watched backstage and glimpsed life outside my bubble, I saw a world where kids didn't have parents like mine who cared. They didn't have the safety of a family, and they didn't have all of the privileges that I had. What was really cool about this is that Alec was in the cast with me, my oldest son, and so he got to experience it with me. So when I reached out to help Sadie, he was right there supporting me. Getting Sadie out of trouble proved to be the easy part of things. What was harder was opening my heart and accepting and loving her as my own. You see, not only was generosity missing in me, but patience was also missing in me. When you take someone into your life, someone who's 19 and comes to live with you, you're in that space between kind of a mom and kind of a friend. And you need a lot of patience. You also realize that you don't get to choose who you love. Then you don't get to choose the order and the quickness of things that happen. So it requires a lot of patience. My husband and I thought that this would be the year that we would have an almost empty nest. Instead, we have our own 2 at home. Sadie lives with us, and her younger brother Jeffrey, who's 16, asked if he could come live with us. So last October, we took legal guardianship of Jeffrey. My well-organized life isn't exactly organized anymore. My house is never clean, the laundry's never done. There are days when I think you take a step forward and then 3 back. And there are nights when I lay awake and worry and think, what the heck was I thinking? I can't even raise my own children. How could I possibly raise someone else's? People ask us why. They ask me why. And I say, the only answer I have, because it was the right thing to do and because we could. Bursting out of my bubble has opened my eyes. It was exactly what I needed to make my life richer and to move me out of my comfort zone and into a life that I can be proud of. Sadie and Jeffrey have been the change in life that I needed to show me understanding, acceptance, unconditional love, and definitely a new perspective on life. They represent the potential that I see in everyone to be able to rise above the situation, whatever that situation is, with resilience, and to be able to accept help when it's given to you and to give help when it's needed. I'd like to think the seed of generosity that was planted in me by the directors of Annie is now planted in my own children. I'd also like to think that it won't take them quite as long to burst out of their bubble as it did me. And there are ripples of hope for Jeffrey and Sadie's future. I hope that we've started that. I no longer take for granted love, family, a safe home, clothing for all types of weather, shoes, money in the bank, insurance, and the ability for all kids to be able to grow up and think that they can be anything they want to be. We all have the power to reach out in kindness. We can start a ripple, we can change a life, and who knows, maybe we can even change the world. Generosity is really awesome like that. It grows and grows. So I leave with my encouragement. Don't be afraid to burst out of your bubble, whatever that bubble is. Listen to your inner voice, especially if it's telling you to help someone in need. Practice true benevolence. Don't expect anything in return. And oh yeah, don't forget to thank someone if they've changed your life. You never know what that might do to theirs. So I say to Dan and Ella Morgan, the directors of Annie, Sadie and Jeffrey De Jesus, and the entire cast of Annie, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for changing me and allowing me to be the change that I wish to be seen in the world. You never know when one simple act might start something really big in motion. Thank you. Presentation is tonight, because if I could please call Sadie up here, she's here tonight and it is her 22nd birthday. So,
Sadie too.
Sadie, are you coming? Hurry up, hurry up.
There you go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.